In this world, there are various types of humanoid species such as humans, elves, dwarfs who are blessed by the god of light, but there are also demonkind who are blessed by the god of darkness. For over a millennia both species have clashed for the land, and divided the huge continent in half, but 300 years ago a decent demon king took the throne and called for a truce. Peace returned at last, but not for long. When a new demon king took the throne, he launched an all-out war with no fear of loss or casualties. Several human nations were destroyed, and due to that unthinkable number of life lost, which is why the humans gathered their troops as one and decided to attempt a suicide attack and assassinate the demon king. The demons were strong and so were the humans, and our suicide squad entered the demon king's castle with no way out. Demons were just ruthless. And their one told Kyle to leave right now, he'd be right behind them. He was about to face two high-ranking demons. Kyle knew it's a lie, but he had a bigger challenge ahead of him. Then he drank something to boost his power to face the demon king, but in his chamber he found a crystal at center. As he tried to approach it, the demon king launched a surprise attack from above. So in order to save Klein, his beloved sacrificed her life and got devoured. Now the demon king was right in front of him and Kyle stood up to face him. Bro gets in with the full intent to take down the demon king with him, but he was using that black hole attack to kill Kyle. So his sword tells to Klein to stay sharp and dodge that one because it destroys anything upon touch, but Kyle knew he had to take a step forward. And since he was taking that risk, his sword too decided to put everything on the line. With that, both dives in and Kyle managed to stab the demon king, but he too took the stab in the guts. So in order to kill the demon king, even the sword broke apart and Kyle was finally done with it. To come this far and establish peace, he had lost everything: friends, family, lover, and everyone. So now he wanted to die in peace, but the crystal began to shine, and Kyle realized he had to stop that magic item from releasing its magic powers. It could bring catastrophic disaster, so Klein took it, and in a big flash everything turned white where a black butterfly sat on a flower, and that's how Klein woke up in the past, right in his room. This seems too good to be true, so he took a look outside and it was his hometown which was reduced to dust. Their Lise came to wake him up and seeing her dude broke down. She was alive and right in front of him, so he couldn't help but take her into his embrace. Lise was confused by all this and they dropped down on bed. The setting was going right in that direction. So the lady got shy from this and got mad. She wasn't opposed to take things further, but she needed time to be prepared mentally, so she ran off cursing our guy, but still. Klein felt pain, so he realized it's not a dream at least, and somehow he knows it's thanks to this magic crystal. He is younger now and there are no injuries, meaning that he returned back to the past. So he goes over to the window again to take a look at his town, and it was normal and Lise was alive too. But a spell or magic that returns someone to the past was never heard of until now at least. Anyways, Klein was hungry and he went to the kitchen only to find out Lise had already made a full-course delicious meal. Neither he or his mother could cook, so Lise helps them out. And it had been a while since Klein ate something so good, so he left nothing in the kitchen. That's when Theron showed up. He got upset because that food was for everyone and Kyle ate all of it. Then Klein remembers to ask what year and date it is today, and Theron thought dude's still half asleep, so he told him it's 24 of 5th month, year 2823. It's his birthday, so Theron considered that meal his birthday present. Then Theron got ready to beg Lise to make him something. So after that, Kyle goes to ask that one person who he hasn't met, or rather he doesn't meet intentionally. She too died previously, but right now she's alive. It's his mother and he told her it's morning already, but first he has a question for her. She's the Archmage of the kingdom, so she's the best person to ask about time reversal magic. She knew that time spell does exist, but no one knows how to use it. It's sort of like a lost magic now, but even if someone knows it, he or she will need loads of magic power that even the strongest mage in history wouldn't be able to conjure. And even if they do, they would require a catalyst to store that level raw magic, which is nearly impossible. So Kyle thought about the forbidden way to gather magic and thought about human sacrifice. She got wary of it and Kyle said he saw it in a book, so she opens up that it will require at least half of the human population and more, so a storage to store all of it. And she remembered seeing it in a book that the heart of a legendary dragon is the only option to gather magic for time reversal. Around 1,000 years ago, a kingdom had used this heart with immense magic. It was well developed and peaceful, but once its power depleted, the kingdom fell into ruins. And that very same heart can store enough power to send someone back in time, so she thought maybe it had fallen into Demon's hand, but actually it was with Kyle. On that note, Kyle's mother was happy talking with him because he tends to avoid her, so dude apologized and his mother lets it go. She recalled today is his birthday, so Lise must have prepared a good meal for celebration, but Kyle told her it's already gone. Well, it was his birthday, so even she pushed it that the meal should be considered his birthday present. Everyone cheapstakes his birthday present, but aside from that, Kyle had now a whole new journey right in front of him. Their Lise came over and he apologized for earlier. He justified that he saw a bad dream and got emotional and all. So she asked if he saw her dying in his dream. She was right with the guess, so Lise understood and forgives Kyle. Then Kyle recalled that their town is near demon territory and 3 years from now the demon kingdom will launch their attack. Their home will perish along with the people Kyle loved so much in that massacre. That was the turning point of his life back then. So he wants to change that bloody fate or else it will be the same all over again. Seeing him so determined was cinematic that Lise laughed a little, but after that, Kyle wrote down everything he knows about the future in a diary to tackle them and be prepared for every situation, and eventually kill the Demon King again before something happens to his loved one. But compared to the future, his week right now. And right there our episode 1 ends for today, so stay tuned to watch the next episode, and for that subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Till then, take care.